Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a review of Rare Beauty. Finally, guys, I took forever to try Rare Beauty, but I received a beautiful PR package from them, so I decided that I had to, give them a try. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I also have a palette from Mob Beauty. I don't know if you guys know about Mob Beauty, but they're Earth First beauty brand, co-founded by one of the founders of MAC. So I have a nice palette that I'm gonna try out from them, and then also I have some new lip glosses from Mented that we're gonna try. If this is your first time watching the beat, welcome, and if this is not your first time, you already know what it is. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and put your bell on for notifications, and without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, so I'm gonna start with my eyes, and I have this palette from Mob Beauty. So Mob Beauty is a Earth First beauty brand. That's their thing. They're a conscious beauty brand. All their packaging is recyclable, and they're doing like great things in the sustainability space. So that's pretty cool. One of the founders of Mob Beauty was one of the founders of MAC, so you know it's real. So I just created this palette. It has shadows in it. It also has bronzer, highlight. Yeah, so it's like multi-purpose. So I would definitely be taking this with me on vacation. Like, it's a must. I usually overpack on vacation, but something like this really helps you out because you have your shadows, you have your bronzer, your blush, and your highlight all in one. So you just pick up this one palette and you'll be on your way. What's the nice thing about it too is that it's all refillable. So you can just pop these out and then change out the colors as you go and as necessary. So I'm gonna leave a link to Mob Beauty down below just so you guys can check it out. I'm kind of like obsessed with them at the moment. Like, look at that shadow. Pigment is absolutely amazing. I haven't been excited about eyeshadow in a long time, so this is like a welcome change. I haven't done a gold smoky eye in a hot minute. This is my signature look right here. We will come back to this palette once we're done with all the liquid and creamy products. So I don't know if I showed you guys this, but Marvel has a collab with Maybelline. So they kind of like remixed some of Maybelline's star products. So this is the Colossal mascara. So they just have limited edition packaging, and you can find this at Walgreens in store and CVS in store. Kind of sucks that they don't have it online, but if you happen to pop into CVS one day or Walgreens, you might find this cute packaging. They did it for this. They did it for the Instant Rewind Concealer. I think they also did it for, yeah, the lipsticks, the Super Mattes, which, oh my god, so good. I usually don't clean up my brows at this point, but I forgot to do it. Y'all, I'm like always forgetting steps in my routine, always. All right, so our skin is looking pretty dewy. I did use the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. This is supposed to help with oil control, but I am not too sure about that, okay? I do like how it feels though. It makes your skin, it almost feels a little silicone-y, but like not crazy at all. It's kind of giving the skin a glow. I'm not mad at it, but as it gets warmer, I don't really know if that kind of primer is what I need in my life, I kind of prefer the Smashbox Oil Control. I even prefer the Fenty, I think, over this, but I'm gonna have to do more of a wear test, and I'll get back to you on that. So we have Rare Beauty Foundation. I have the shade 520W. This, you have to be careful with this. You need to shake it up, shake well. Be careful when you're opening it because it's gonna squirt everywhere. The packaging is weird, and I did hear that from other people who reviewed this foundation. Also, it seems a bit oily. It kind of reminds me of the LYS foundation somewhat. I don't think LYS is as oily like to touch, but the nice thing about this is it kind of is gonna blend really nicely with the skin. So I have the foundation brush from them as well, and I'm just gonna buff that in. Actually, I forgot that I want to put a little bit of Bright Fix, the pumpkin shade. Coverage of this foundation, I would say light to medium, definitely buildable, but I just want a little bit of color correction, in the mustache area and under my eyes. That's like where I have most of my hyperpigmentation. Now this shade 520, it's not my perfect match. Rare Beauty did send this to me in PR, and I think I selected this shade but I didn't select right. However, I can make it work. It's a little dark for me, so I feel like, I don't know, I'm gonna wear the foundation more. And if I end up really loving it, I would go to Sephora and try to get shade matched. But you could already see like how dewy it looks on the skin. I'm gonna give it a second to kind of set, you know. So I really like this foundation brush though. This foundation brush is nice. It has that like ergonomic kind of grip to it, so you could kind of do that, or you could even use it, you know, lighter. The bristles are super soft. So as you can see, it's darker, all right. It's darker, but no fear, we're gonna make it work. And now it's coming up to summertime, so I am gonna tan, I'm gonna get darker, so this color is gonna work for me. Now, okay, so you could definitely see the glow, and you could definitely also see that this is not my shade. But we have 460W in the concealer. Yo, this concealer, I feel like it's a game changer. It brightens like a dream, like a freaking dream. Now, there's also a brush to blend out the concealer. I'm not like in love with this brush, but I'm just gonna use it for demo purposes. But do you see how like smooth? I don't know. I've never really tried a concealer like this. It's so like, it's just gliding over your skin, but it's also giving coverage. I know I'm looking like a dewy dumpling. Don't worry guys, I'm gonna powder this all down. There's something about this concealer that it kind of feels like skincare in a way. I love that. I like absolutely love that. So I'm just gonna kind of blend it out a little bit. It definitely lifted my face. You could see my skin color kind of coming back. Yeah, so it's super dewy, but when we powder, you always see the transformation. So I'm using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder in Cashew, my fave. I'm gonna really powder underneath my eyes. You don't know I love to powder it down. I'm gonna kind of put this all over my face, to be honest. Well, this powder is life, right? So we're looking airbrushed. That's what this powder does. But the base was set really, really good. Then I'm gonna take a powder brush and I'm gonna set it again with Turn Up the Base Versatile Powder Foundation from One Size Beauty. And I am doing one more reinforcement. This is what oily girls have to do, okay? Like, you want to look smooth, but you kind of still want to look dewy. So you like put on your dewy products and then you powder that bad boy down. Look at how beautiful the base is looking. That's the thing I like about this foundation. Like, it looks super smooth, it looks healthy. Even though I just powdered it a whole bit, it still looks velvety, so I could really appreciate that. All right, so let's go back into the Mob Beauty palette. I'm gonna use the bronzer, and I'll put the shades of everything that I have in this palette that I used, because they're numbered. So if you're like interested in a number, I'll put it down below. This bronzer is pretty nice. I kind of like my bronzer to be a little bit more ready, but this one is fine. It's fine, it's fine. It's kind of giving me more of like contour vibes. So when I get that nose, I do like a light bronze of my nose, nothing crazy. I'm also gonna go back with that brown shadow that I put in my crease. I'm gonna blend that out on my bottom lash line, just to give a little depth. I love to put a pop of color below my eyes here, but I'm gonna keep it kind of basic today. Back to the palette. Let's use this blush shade. What do I want to do? Let's go with more beauty blush. Put it on the apple. Let's bring it up a little bit. If it's one thing, I'm impressed at the pigmentation of these powder products. Like, they're popping. I'm very, very impressed. You know, this brand is clean, earth conscious, all that. And they didn't compromise on the pigment at all. You know, sometimes clean beauty brands, the longevity isn't there, the pigment isn't there, but they weren't playing any games. This highlight, y'all, it reminds me of Chocolate Geode from Becca. We know Becca is going out of business in September. So sad, but I feel like I have a replacement right here. Y'all see that? So I'm not gonna do a wear test in this video. I think I would give this foundation like a 3.5 stars out of 5 for oily skin approved, because I've worn it before. You do get oily. As much as I powder, you still get really oily, but I like the foundation, so I wouldn't give it 4. You all know I reserve 4s, 4.5s, and 5s for like the best of the best for oily skin. So I would give it 3.5, and I feel like I need to go get my perfect match. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I was able to make the shade that I got, 520W, work. I think I'm just gonna hold on to this one. I should be fine. So let's move on to the lips. This was a quick little routine with some new products. I have some new lip glosses from Mented. Well, they have 3 new lip glosses. We have, and I'll swatch it for you. Yeah, I'm thinking Coalition. All right, so I didn't mean to pick up Ebony, but I have Ebony matchstick. I'm just gonna lightly. I would have preferred Espresso, but I don't have it readily available right now. Okay, these glosses are so like lightweight. They're not as opaque as the others though. Like I had a hard time swatching them. They're nice though. They make your lips feel so smooth. This color is not showing up as I thought it would. Let me see. I'm gonna just keep adding more. Yeah, so you know what? It's kind of giving me Honey Waffles vibes, but not as opaque. So let's finish off with Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I absolutely love how it came out. This is definitely a spring, you know, everyday kind of makeup for me. Rare Beauty foundation is really nice. Like I said before, I would give it 3.5 stars, but if you have combination dry normal skin, you probably would give it 5 stars. Like, it's beautiful. If you need some added coverage, you could use the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix like I did, or you could use your favorite concealer to spot conceal, or you could use another corrector to correct, and you could really build up the coverage of this as well if you use like a powder foundation on the top of it. And what I like about adding the powder foundation is that it's not giving so much pigment, but it kind of mattifies in a velvety kind of way. Like, do you see how my skin is glowing? It's matte. Yeah, it's like a matte velvet, so I can appreciate that. Now in the summertime when it gets really hot, I probably would not use that foundation, but the concealer on the other hand, that is going into heavy rotation. Yeah, 460W, perfect. I am in love with this. Like, this is the standout product for me from what I got. The primer, I don't know if I'm in love with it. I feel like I would use it with one of my more matte foundations and see what it does, because I feel like the primer didn't mattify, and you know I like a mattifying primer. So let's revisit that. But concealer, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Link is in description. And I hope you guys are having a great day. You know you can follow me on my social media platforms. It's the.beat on Instagram and on TikTok, and the Beat Inc on Facebook. And without further ado, have a great night, guys. Bye.